Λοιπόν, θα δούμε αρκετά καινούργια πράγματα μέχρι τις 8. Ντουμπρόβνιξ εδώ Θεσσαλονίκη στα μέσα του Ιούνιου. Στην άλλη άκρη της γραμμής όμως από τις Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες, από τη Βόρειο Καρολίνα, έχουμε την Deanna Brandenberger από το μουσείο της Ava Gardner. Θα πούμε συνέχεια το γιατί. Hello, Deanna.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, just fine. So, first of all, can you tell us a few words about the museum, you know, and the whole idea behind, so we can get a picture?
Absolutely. Our museum was founded in the 1980s. We're located in Smithfield, North Carolina, which is Ava Gardner's hometown. We're about 25 miles from Raleigh, which is the capital of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And we're actually about a mile away from where Ava is actually buried. So we're in quite a good spot for people who are really devoted to her and want to come see her life's work. Our museum is in historic downtown Smithfield, and we showcase over 6,400 square feet of gallery space. We have on exhibit everything from dresses that were given to her by Howard Hughes and Frank Sinatra, to personal clothing, clothing that was worn to special banquets at the Royal Palace of Monaco. We have movie awards. We have personal items such as her wedding corsage that she wore for Mickey Rooney. There's just a myriad of artifacts that we rotate. And of course, we also have the Burt Piper paintings, which a lot of our visitors tend to like.
Sounds amazing, Deanna. So, how do you feel really keeping Ava's legacy alive, you know, through the years?
I think it's really important, and I think that we all have this nostalgia about vintage cinema. It's really making a comeback, especially with classic movie channels and classic movie festivals. I know we went to Retroback Festival in Spain last year, and Ava was hosted there, and that was a really wonderful experience for us. We definitely do get a lot of international fans who are embracing this as well. And so that's really important for us to see the impact that she has had, not just on film, but also her fashion, the legacy that has not gone away. We do have several of her family members that are still involved with our museum. They even sit on the board. So we get all of these wonderful oral histories of stories that you wouldn't get to read about Ava. They really knew who she was as a person. So our museum is unique in that we work within our community, we work with Ava's family, and we do represent her legacy in the most comprehensive way that we can.
Wonderful. Did you ever meet Ava, really?
Unfortunately, I didn't. She died before I was even in North Carolina. But I did have the privilege. I'm friends with several of her family members and several of her personal friends. So I do feel like we do get to know who she was and get that glimpse of her through them. She wasn't just a Hollywood movie actress. She was a real country girl, and she had wonderful Southern roots that grew up here in this community, and that's something pretty special.
Bob Dylan's back with a new album dedicated to Frank Sinatra, full of covers, of course. Do you know about? There's a
I didn't actually.
You know, there's a brilliant cover of I'm a Fool to Want You, by the way. Speaking of Ava.
Well, I'm not real familiar with that cover. I know in our museum right now we house a special recording that Frank made of the 1949 song You're My Thrill.
Yeah.
Our version is so rare that even the Sinatra estate did not know that it existed, and we went ahead and made a copy for them so that they could have it in their archives.
Come on.
But this is something that Ava kept in her possession until her death, and it's something we are very fortunate to have here. She also kept records from her second husband, Artie Shaw, who was, of course, a big band leader as well, and at one time was more famous than Frank Sinatra. So it's kind of humbling when you think about her being married to these two very extraordinary musicians. And even though they divorced and only had friendships after that, it was something that she felt really passionately about all throughout her life. She loved their music. And another thing, I was digging through the archives the other day, and we found some tickets, some VIP tickets that Ava had used when she lived in London and Frank had come to tour in the 1970s.
Yeah.
She made sure that she went and attended that. And I think that that is so amazing that even though they had been divorced for almost 20 years, she still made a point to be a loyal supporter of his.
Diana, thank you very, very much for your time from my heart. Thank you, and keep on rocking there. Okay, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
All right.
Dimitris.
Hope to see you soon in the States.
Absolutely. Come visit us downtown Smithfield, North Carolina.
All right. Thank you again. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
The hoot of an owl in the sky.